Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 6, Episode 10. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Previously on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Fatima went down to Karen's house, child. Karen wasn't gonna bust a grape. Andy was trying to hold her back. She wants Andy to decide between her and everybody else. Sabrina is checking on everybody, but nobody's checking on Sabrina. And Maurice decides to go down to the precinct and turn himself in. My girls hold me down. Them boys mess around and sing. When the episode first opens up, Maurice is still down to the precinct trying to convince the trafficking cop turned lawyer that he did it. He's asking Maurice what went down. He's talking about, can you take me to jail now? No, he cannot take you to jail. Tell this man exactly what went down, since you and Q are the ones that put it together. So he's asking him who was involved. Maurice has absolutely no clue. He's like, so tell me what happened. This man gonna say, well, it was early one morning and I called Q and the gang. When I tell y'all I holler, because all I could think of was Candy and the gang. That's all I could think of. That's all I could think of. I said, baby, not you called Q and the gang. Maurice, quit playing on this here screen. Oh, child, I was screaming. I said, baby, not Q and the gang, child. Now don't you want to go? So then the trafficking cop turned lawyer showed Maurice some pictures, and honey, he couldn't pick them out of a lineup. Maurice. This was nice of you to help Sabrina, but go on back home, honey, and quit playing down at this here jailhouse. Go on ahead and go back home. In the next scene, preacher man Aaron calls Pam. Why does it always seem like he's trying to flirt with Pam? He was like, don't worry. You know you want to talk to me. That's why you answered the phone. I'm like, what? I told y'all, baby, Aaron cannot be trusted. His character is just as snaky and as sneaky as they want to be. Okay, and if y'all don't see it after this man's wife unalived herself down to Karen's shop, I don't know what to tell you. Then this random woman showed up that Karen knew absolutely nothing about. Now, we can say whatever we want to say about Karen, but at least he knows about Zach. We didn't know nothing about this woman. She showed up slighted, and Aaron doesn't have any explanation. Now he on the phone flirting with Pam. And don't think I forgot. So anywho, he on the phone flirting. He calls her to tell her to call Karen's clients to help Karen clean up the shop. Now, this is what I was thinking. How was Karen paying Pam if she didn't have any insurance? Baby, you just in the building, honey. You ain't got no insurance whatsoever. Probably ain't even registered as a business. It's just Karen and them in there doing hair with Marcel's, honey. It's giving, I'm not a businesswoman, child. I don't know what's going on. Pam don't want to do it, but he begged her. Child, I know if I was a client, I would be like, come do what now? I say, what? Now come sweep up, child. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm wondering where the other stylists are. That's what I'm wondering. So he keeps begging Pam and begging Pam and begging Pam. And finally Pam was like, okay, but when we hang up, please lose my number. In the next scene, child, we finally see a little passion, fire, and desire, honey. They kissing and everything from Danny and Preston. Child, it's about time. We need to see it outside of the bed, though. Okay, I want y'all to act like y'all a couple outside of the bed. So they're talking, and Danny is telling him that she's happy that he's around. Okay, Daniela. Okay, being vulnerable. He said he likes her newfound honesty, and she's like, nah, it's just the weed talking. So he was like, well, you know, I really don't like you smoking, but if it's going to do all that, then it's cool. So she's trying to get him to take a hit. He's like, no. Okay, I came for the goodies, not that. Okay, I'm good on that. I don't know what that's going to do to me. I don't know what that stuff laced with. I'm good. She's like, come on, just one hit. Not Danny and Preston up here acting like they on an after school special. Don't do it, Preston. Remember the DARE program? Okay, just say no to drugs. Do not do it. Don't do it. She's like, come on, man. Just one hit. It won't ruin your life. Y'all remember them after school specials when they used to try to convince the people at the locker? Come on, just take a little bit. Let's skip class and get high. Y'all remember that? Used to come on ABC. This is what this is giving me, honey. It's giving real life after school special. So after giving in to the pressure of it all, he took a hit. Now listen, me personally, I have never, okay, because I'm too wired naturally. And I probably will be thinking that my heart was about to stop. The way my anxiety is set up, I could never, okay, I could never. And child, now Danny got this man under the influence. So now that they're both high, it's time for round 2. In the next scene, Sabrina's at the house and she gets a call from Calvin. Hello. Hey, what you doing? She was like, nothing. So he asked if she wanted company. She said, well, how fast can you get here? He's standing outside the door. I do not like that. Okay, now in real life, I don't like that. Sir, you don't know what I'm doing. Okay? What if I'm doing me? What if I have on my muumuu and my bonnet already? What if my place ain't tidy? Let me tell you something. It takes a lot of effort for your gentleman caller to come over. Okay, you got to shave, make sure you're smelling good, honey, get your whatnots together. You got to clean up, light your candles. You got to vacuum your floor to get the vacuum lines. And you got to make sure your edges are slicked down. You got to do a cute ponytail so you can give what Drake said in that song. Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. Okay, you got to give effortless, yet you've been in here sweating for a whole damn hour before they get there and put it down and you're going to fall in love. You cannot just be showing up to my house. That's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. When you come to my house, I need to know that you're on your way. Okay. I'm going 80 and a 60 and a 60. Cause I ain't had that in a minute. I'm on the way. Hey, honey, I need to know you on the way. Okay. So I can get myself together. But Calvin, you redeemed yourself in this scene, but I do not like the men always showing up unannounced. Please stop doing that, child. So anywho, I said all that to say he there. He comes on in. He came over to check on Sabrina. Sabrina, you look cute in your little slip dress. Okay. And I'm glad you got out of that big white outfit. I was like, if Sabrina don't take that big white outfit off, honey, with that shirt tucked all the way into her boots, I'm so happy you look cute and comfortable. This is the best I ever seen Sabrina look. Go girl. So she's having a hard time with everything that's going on. Of course she would. And I'm happy he went to check on her because the heifers ain't asked her nothing. She been checking on everybody else and nobody's checked on her. So they started talking about Maurice and how Calvin let him know what he did wasn't cool. Maurice felt some kind of way. He felt bad about what he did. So Sabrina starts telling him that she's pissed about all of this mess going on. So he reassures her that it's going to be okay. So she was like, look, I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be. Okay, I just don't know what I want to do. So he told her that they can do whatever she wants. So he suggested that they talk until the sun comes up and until they fall asleep. This was so sweet to me. Sometimes that's what you need. You don't want a hunch. You just want somebody to listen to you. Sabrina, make sure you pay attention to who was there for you because we ain't seen by you. Okay, he wrote that check, got ignorant, and disappeared. So make sure that you remember that Calvin was there through it all. Okay, because how quickly we forget. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Preston is tripping, honey, gone off that marijuana. He thinks he's about to swallow his tongue. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? What is happening? Danny is like, well, let's get back to it. Okay, we can get your tongues feeling back another way. Girl, not you want him to go downtown. He can't even feel his tongue, child. Well, that probably would be for the best because, honey, he just be going and going and going because he can't feel his tongue, child. He don't know what he doing. So now he wants to go to the hospital because he's bleeding on his chest. He's like, I'm having a period on my chest. She's like, no, you're sweating. So then he thought he was a cow because he said he had milk coming out his nipples. What is that? Child, he was sweating everywhere. He was holding his tongue. Oh, no, ma'am, honey. This is just too much. So then she put on a little honky tonk music and simmered him right on down. I said, baby, this right here is a fool. Moving forward. Maurice is still at this precinct playing, okay? Act like he ain't got no sense. Sir, go home, Roger. Why are you down here at this jailhouse? Go on for this man act like he don't know what you're talking about and take you to jail. So this man don't believe a thing that he's saying. So he tells Maurice, listen, you could spend the next 15 years in jail. Or you could cut a plea deal and give Sabrina up. Why does he want Sabrina to be guilty so bad? Sir, don't piss me off. Sabrina did not have anything to do with this. And where was Q this episode? Sabrina didn't have anything to do with this whole debacle down at the Empty Bank and Trust. Meanwhile, Karen is at home in this gown. Honey, the wardrobe department was passing out gowns this episode. You hear me? And you get a gown, and you get a gown, and you get a gown. Honey, everybody wearing gowns. So anywho, she calls Pam, and Pam is telling her they're at the salon cleaning up. Now, instead of Karen being appreciative, she's rude as hell. Talking about what? What are you doing down there? Who down there? She not even grateful. Why y'all down there? Y'all gonna get hurt. Y'all need to leave. I'm coming. I'm like, girl, you are really pathetic at times. I really try so hard with you, Karen, because I know this is a fictional character and whatnot. But girl, how you gonna have an attitude because they're trying to help? Like, that's just crazy. Moving forward. In the next scene, Fatima and Zach are at the house and she's getting ready to leave for work. He's still telling her that she was wrong for going to Karen's house. Sir, we know. Okay, and you were wrong for going to that coffee shop. And you were wrong for running past your woman over there to Karen. We don't want to hear it. So he's telling her she was wrong. She was like, yeah, I know, but I don't regret it. As you shouldn't. Okay, as you shouldn't. And Zach is like, okay, well, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting that I did not have sex with her. She said, oh, I knew that. Child, you ain't know that. You probably thought they did, honey, especially after you caught them after they went up against that shampoo bowl. Anywho, before she leaves, he tells her that he told Karen that he was going to help her with her shop. So he going to go there, drop off the check to Pam, and not say nothing to Karen. Now, you know, dang on well, Karen is not going to have that. Even if you don't speak, she is. And even if you leave and you leave that check, Karen going to call you. And even if she blocked, she gonna show up to your house because Fatima showed up to her house. Karen is not going anywhere, honey. She don't give a damn. I'm like, boy, what? So he's like, are you cool with that? She said, yeah, I mean, I don't hate her. So he said he's not going to say anything to Karen unless the baby is his. Boy, goodbye. So then he asks her about the other child, and she tells him that the lawyer said to be there at 9, and she's going to be there as well to support him because, you know, she held him down and whatnot. Zach, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. You need to get yourself together. And you need to Zelle Karen that check, honey. I don't care how big it is. Zelle it in increments. If y'all can't Zelle over $1,000, Zelle her 75 times. Do not go down to that salon. But truth be told, you need to keep your money and your distance. But that's just me. I wouldn't give Karen a lick of money. You gave her $75,000, honey. So I'm just really trying to figure out, how is your money steady replicating? Are there more stocks? Like, what is happening? Because I wouldn't give Karen a damn thing. But that's just me. In the next scene, Hayden woke up looking for his wife in the daytime with a flashlight, and baby, she's gone. So Gary comes by so they can go running, and baby, he could not care less. He was like, oh, she's gone? Okay, let's go for a jog. Gary is trash. Well, I already knew that, but he's really trash outside of being trash with Andy. Because, I mean, Hayden is trash too. Okay, let me just put that out there. Let's not get confused. But when Hayden was helping you spy on Andy, it was cool. But when he tells you about what he's going through, you cannot be bothered to listen. Hayden, that woman told you she was leaving, so I don't know why you're acting shocked. I really don't. If I can show you better than I can tell you was a person, it would be Tamira, honey, and she gone. Anywho, these two have a little bit of an argument and decide not to even go for a run because Hayden is getting on Gary's nerves and Gary is getting on Hayden's nerves, so they ain't doing nothing. Moving forward. At the office, Andy is calling Fatima in her office like she her mama. Somebody, Fatima, I need to see you. So she goes switching off into the office. Girl, F you. Okay. Andrea, F you, girl. So Fatima comes in talking about, well, I just need to see if I still have a job. Girl, listen. Nothing you do outside of work hours should get you fired. And if it does, you got a wrongful termination suit on your hands. Andy decided to be in the middle, wrong or right. Now listen, Andy decided to be friends with Fatima. Therefore, and thus and such, you cannot get mad because she's coming at Karen. And you dang on sure can't fire her. Girl, anyway. So Fatima does admit that she was wrong, but she went home and Zach explained all of it to her. So Andy is asking her how it went at home. And she said it went fine. So then Andy's like, well, what about the sex in the bathroom? So Fatima told her that she went down to the coffee shop, paid the man, watched the footage, and all they did was go to the coffee shop, talk, and then they left. See, this is why Andy needs to stay out of it. See, this is what I was telling y'all. Like, I understand that, you know, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not choosing friends. I'm not choosing sides. I get that. But look at this. Why do you want to know, well, what happened with the sex and all? Like, no, if you're going to be neutral, then you don't need to know any of that. All you need to know is that they worked through it and that's it. Like, what? Because then you're going to sit in front of Karen with this intel. I don't know how y'all don't see it, child. I see it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So, again, Andy is telling Fatima she was wrong. We get it, y'all. Hashtag Fatima was wrong. So she's like, yeah, maybe you should consider thinking about things before acting on them. So Fatima said, well, I'm working on controlling myself, but I still got that side to me. Okay, she just pops out, but I'm really trying to control it. So Fatima was like, so anyway, girl, what about your night? How was your night? And so, of course, Andy was like, it was bad. Me and Gary got into it. And, it just wasn't good. So she ends up showing her that she's on a dating site. So Fatima's like, girl, I ain't heard about this one. She was like, yeah, it's very exclusive. Why Fatima knew everybody on there? Everybody on there. One of them she even dated, and he dated her and her friend. Giving very much me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Honey, shout out to Outkast. Very much dating them all. See, I can't do the dating sites, y'all. I just would feel like they're talking to me and everybody else they swiping left on. I don't know. I don't know. Or swiping right. Which way you swipe when you like them? I can't do it. I just can't do it, y'all. I couldn't do it. So Andy is like, so the lady that came in here was right. All men are the same. Fatima said, no. She said, well, that's easy for you to say. She said, yeah, because I have Zach. Here go Andy. Yeah, this week. Oh, okay, Andrea, tell us how you really feel. She's like, y'all gonna be mad at each other next week. Fatima said, yeah, but we gonna be right back. Fatima, that ain't cute. Okay? He's having too much toxicity flow over into your space. This should be your soft girl era. And I got time to be playing with Karen, her new wig, her imaginary baby, and Zachariah. We don't have time for it. Okay? We really don't. And Andy, not you talking about the couple that gives you hope. Not you talking bad about them. Remember? Girl gone. So Fatima apologizes again and says that she knows that Karen is mad, but she's done fighting with Karen. So Andy was like, I know. Okay, hopefully this is the last time. So then Andy said that they were good. They hug it out and all is well. Girl, go ahead and delete that app because Charlie ain't nobody exclusive on there. They for everybody. Moving forward. In the next scene, Sabrina is waking up to Calvin and she thanks him for being there for her. And I thought that was very sweet of Calvin. Finally, a man on here not looking for sex during a woman's vulnerable state. He's not taking advantage of her being in this headspace. Okay, the fact that he just wanted to only talk, that was everything. So he gets up, he leaves to go to work. And child, we know Sabrina ain't got nowhere to go, honey. She can't go down to the empty bank and trust. So she calls Danny. But this is the part that trips me out. Now, if y'all remember correctly, or maybe I'm wrong, honey, I don't know. Didn't Sabrina say that she has not been working and she's using her savings and she ends up saying this large lump sum? And Danny is like, dang, you making that down at the bank? So when she calls Danny, she tells her that they need to go to Karen's house without Andy before they go to work. I'm like, Sabrina, you on your Tommy Strong right now, girl. You ain't got no job, man. Like, why you gonna go down to the... Sabrina, you ain't got no job right now, do you? I know you ain't gonna go stand up down at that bank, honey. They don't allow cops and robbers down at the bank. Why you going down to the bank, honey? So as Danny is talking, Preston comes out dressed in Danny's uniform. Sir, what's going on now? And that was the end of the episode. Yeah, it was 50 different commercials, about 20 minutes worth of episode. And yeah, it was a filler. It was a filler this week. It really was. Behind the whole dang on series is a filler, but we keep coming back. And y'all know what? I love to read the sisters' comments. This is the best comment section of all of my reviews. This comment section and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I love to read these comments because y'all be having me hollering. Do you hear me? I mean hollering. So let's get into it. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of the review and of this episode. If you watched, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.